Hi, it's Tara Green. I'm just sitting here a few minutes early to get ready. I should be able to see you, I believe, on the Facebook page here. Okay, just wait a few minutes. I'm a little bit early. I'm jumping the gun. We are under the sign of Aries, by the way. Okay, so welcome. I am Agent 129 of the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. I'm just going to say hi to people here. Okay. All right. How is everybody doing out there? I guess I'm a bit early here. I'm going to wait. Wait till people come on. Wait till people come on board here. Okay. It's 8:30. Okay. Hi. Officially, it's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Oops. What's happening? Oh, okay. All right. There. Somebody's joined. Okay. Hi. I just got a message from Yulia Simas, who's the CEO of the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. This is Tara Green. Okay. This is Tara Green, Agent 129, Cosmic Intelligence Agency. Hello, Cosmic Intelligence Agency fans. However you got here, I'd like to welcome you to the April Tarot and Astrology preview. So if you haven't been here before, the way I do this is that I will list off the major astrology transits. I just want to say hi for a second. I just want to see, I'm not sure if I'm seeing everybody on there. Okay, so just give it a moment. Okay, here's a couple of people coming on. I think we'll wait a minute because people are taking a bit of time to come on here. Okay, so be patient. It's something that Aries cannot do. We know that, right? Okay, so we're going to move from April, the time of Aries. Okay, this is the symbol in the tarot of the Emperor Aries. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day, of course, and in the tarot, 0 is the Fool, and it is the wisest, most enlightened card in the deck. So we all want to be at this 0 point, the symbol of enlightenment, the Fool. So don't be afraid to be the Fool. Okay, all right, and then we're going to move into Taurus season later this month. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a couple minutes still for people to come on. Okay, hi, welcome. So I am Tara Green, Agent 129. I'm repeating myself again for the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. Welcome here, okay, to you. So I'm going to list off the astrology aspects of the month, and most important, so I'm going to talk about them a little bit too. And then I will pick one tarot card for each sign, starting in Aries, moving through all the signs. So you will have to be patient. Okay, now, it's a very big month. Now, how is everybody doing out there? You know, I think when I was on here last month, early March, this quarantine, this whole COVID-19 thing had not gone this big in the world. Okay, so everybody's in quarantine. We're in an unprecedented state right now. You know, this is a big, huge shift, you know, caused astrologically by Saturn and Pluto coming together in Capricorn. Okay, now, most astrologers warned you about this. We saw it as a war. I don't know if we saw it as a germ warfare in a way. It's not really warfare, but do you know what I mean? A battle. It is a fight. Okay. Now, yesterday, or today actually, because I'm doing April, the planets Mars and Saturn came together at 0 degrees of Aquarius. So this is a very intense, very heavy aspect for April to start in on. 0 Aquarius, when planets are at 0 Aquarius, they represent a whole new beginning. Okay, so this is a preview with Saturn in Aquarius right now. It'll be in Aquarius until July the 1st. Canada's birthday, by the way, and I'm up here in Toronto, Canada. And then it will retrograde, move backwards, back into Capricorn, and then it will finally move forwards in December. And on December 21st, 2020, there's a historic Jupiter and Saturn grand conjunction, they call it. So these two planets, Jupiter and Saturn, come together once every 20 years, and they govern these major, it used to be called a generation, 20 years. So if you look back 20 years ago, Jupiter and Saturn came together in Taurus, and we had Y2K at that time, and now we're going to go into a whole new, some people are calling an Aquarian age. Okay, so the age of Aquarius, the age of higher consciousness, of global thinking, new inventions, the internet, radical change, freedom. Okay, we are already getting this, you know, sense of we are all in this together. Okay, now, so Today, Mars, Saturn, these are called the two malefic planets traditionally. When they come together, it's considered to be heavy, hard, difficult. Mars wants to move, it's action. Saturn pulls back. Saturn's restriction, so it's like driving with the brakes on. And Mars gets frustrated very quickly. So, of course, there can be a lot of anger, in general in the world, the state of the governments, Saturn. Okay, so I'm going to start off talking about what's happening this month. There's what's called a billionaire's transit coming up this weekend. Mercury changes signs 3 times. It's very fast right now. Venus will enter Gemini. Pluto turns retrograde. There's a Libra, full moon, and a Taurus new moon. Okay, now, so Venus enters Gemini on April the 3rd. So everybody's got to love those Geminis. I know they get a lot of hate these days. So it's time to really talk. And if we aren't talking anyway, we're going to talk more. We're going to love to connect. We're going to love to communicate. And of course, Geminis, you get to get the love right now. Okay. Also on the 3rd, Mercury conjuncts Neptune. Now, Mercury is the symbol of communications. It is called the magician in the tarot, and it conjuncts Neptune. So this is a very beautiful time to meditate, to be creative, to think higher thoughts, to imagine the world that you want to see. So it's very dreamy. Now be careful that your addictions don't get to you under a Mercury-Neptune conjunction there, okay? But you can be very blissed out, spaced out at that time. Send a lot of love to the world. That's what it's about. What the world needs now is love. So on the 4th, Venus in Gemini trines Saturn in Aquarius. So again, lots of love, lots of new beginnings. We're just starting to think, talk, act. What do we want this age of Aquarius to be about? Now, of course, if you also have planets at the beginning degrees, 0 degrees of all what they call fixed signs, you will feel this energy the most. So the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, of course. Okay, so you're gonna get some love there too. Now, the big news. It's called the billionaire's transit. There's a famous J.P. Morgan quote that millionaires don't use astrology, but billionaires do. It is the big planet, Jupiter, the super size me planet. Jupiter does it big, it's optimistic, it's positive, it's happy, it's adventurous. Jupiter and Pluto, Jupiter rules the heavens. It is Zeus, he throws lots of lightning bolts. And Pluto rules the underworld. Now, they are brothers, actually. So, as above, so below. Pluto is the lord of all the biggies, death, rebirth, sex, money, taxes, power, control. And so, they're together in Capricorn. They're going to meet at 24 degrees of Capricorn. So, for all Capricorns, this can be a huge, wealthy thing in your career or really playing it big out in the world. Okay. Now, all of the planets always have a positive and a negative side. Jupiter and Pluto were together in Cancer at the Spanish flu in 2018, and there's a whole history going back with Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions back into the 1700s, the Great Plague, all of that. So it can be very expansive, but also it can be very difficult. Okay, now again, if you have planets anywhere from 20 to 30 degrees of the cardinal signs, which is Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, you're going to get the most benefits. I mean, of course, it's a big worldwide thing. There is going to be a global meditation, a peace meditation. I want to mention this. When the exact Jupiter-Pluto conjunction happens, which is 10:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you go to their site, Global Peace Meditation, they want 100,000 people, 1 million people to join in to shift the consciousness of the world, because you got to really understand all of these planets, Jupiter, Pluto, and the goddess Athena, I want to mention. The goddess Athena is a warrior goddess, and my intuition was telling me to call upon the goddess Durga. She is a Hindu goddess, to call upon her. She's the only one who you can call in to destroy demonic energies, and you can look her up. She's a beautiful goddess with lots of arms. She rides a white tiger. And the history is that she is the highest of all the goddesses. So you want to call on Durga, like Athena. And so all of these planets, Jupiter, Pluto, Athena, Mars, Saturn, they're all together, very closely lined up, called a stellium, even though they're in different signs, okay? So that's a big deal, okay? Now, April 7th, there's going to be a Libra full moon at 18 plus degrees. So again, if you're a Libra, all the cardinal signs around that degree feel that one the most. Mars in Aquarius squares Uranus and Taurus. So this can be a day of big changes, kind of radical changes. Uranus and Taurus, anger. Again, wherever Mars is where the action is. So people want change. There's going to be a lot of radical grassroots kind of energies around that. Okay, on the 7th, Mercury sextiles Pluto and Jupiter. And sextiles are nice, easy aspects. So again, you want to speak your truth. Jupiter rules justice. Pluto rules riches. Pluto rules soul riches. So it's a time to get clear in your mind about what are your soul riches. So it's Good Friday on April the 10th. Venus in Gemini sextiles Chiron in Aries. I think that's an empathy, a wounding. You know, Good Friday is a symbolic death and rebirth, of course. Easter. And then on April the 10th and the 11th, Mercury enters Aries. So there's fast talking times there whenever Mercury's in Aries. Mercury's moving very fast right now. On the 11th, Mercury sextiles Saturn. So there's serious new ideas. On the 14th, Aries, there's a big aspect here. The Sun squares Pluto. Okay, so again, big energy, big power, you know, new initiatives. There can be, again, military stuff. You know, Aries, it's still military and any time that happens. April the 14th and the 15th, Mercury conjuncts Chiron and Aries again. So thinking, communicating, talking about how vulnerable and how wounded we feel. Okay, and defenseless, maybe defenseless, because Chiron and Aries is the warrior. And we need to unite with this because I think, you know, this is a big unprecedented time. On the 15th, Sun squares Jupiter in Capricorn. Again, a big expansive aspect. Again, Aries Sun is always very optimistic, but restless, wants things to move on quickly. So people might be feeling very difficultly, you know, I can't sit still anymore. You know what I mean? I'm too frustrated. Okay. Where were we? Mercury, April 18th, 19th, Mercury and Aries sextiles Venus and Gemini. Words of love, write some poetry, speak your beauty, you know, out into the world. Also on the same day, Mercury sextiles Mars and Aquarius, so think outside the box. There is no box, you know, you've seen the Matrix. April the 19th, the Sun enters earthy Taurus. So again, this allows us to really get grounded, get into our bodies, get into appreciating our earthly wealth. This is the Garden of Eden. I know it feels kind of scary and limited right now, but this is about appreciating being here in the third dimension. And it is Earth Day as well, so we want to honor the Earth. Okay. On the 25th, Mercury squares Pluto, and Pluto turns retrograde, so he goes home to his own underworld. Okay, at that point. On the 26th, Mercury squares Jupiter, so that's kind of a pushy aspect. Again, you want to speak out in the world, speak your truth, also inspire people. Jupiter is inspiring. On the 26th, the Sun conjuncts Uranus, so think wild revolutions at that point. Again, there may be big revolts in the world at that point as well. Although, you know, Taurus doesn't want to move. It's kind of a slow revolution. On the 27th, Mercury enters Taurus, and Taurus rules the throat chakra. Again, this is about speaking our truth, opening up our throat chakras. It's a power center. Again, chanting, mantras, toning, all of those things are really good for us. We need to take care of our bodies right now. On the 20th and 29th, Mercury squares Saturn in Aquarius. So again, all of the squares, a little bit pushy aspects. We want to start consolidating this new aeon, the new age. You know, Saturn and Aquarius. Now, Saturn does enter Aquarius every 28 or 29 years. So it is just the beginning of this age of Aquarius. Okay, it's really going to take, I believe, until Pluto enters Aquarius, and that's not till 2023, 2024. April the 30th, Mercury conjuncts Uranus and Taurus again. Whoo, you know, think big, think out the box, think radical. Okay. All right, I tend to speak a little bit too fast, so maybe I went a little bit too quickly for you. Okay, so here's the part maybe you've been waiting for. Okay. I'm going to get my special crystal. Now, I don't know if anybody's feeling this. There has been a coronal, like the coronavirus in a way. Corona means the sun. The corona is what happens during a total solar or lunar eclipse, actually during a total solar eclipse. The light from the sun that shines from behind the darkened sun during an eclipse is what the corona is, and it means a crown, and it's also like a halo. So there's also some beautiful spiritual energies becoming clear, like the earth being cleared, the waters being cleared while everything is shut down. And I think it's a great time for people to really pull in. You know, we might feel that more because this is going to extend till the end of April, at least in the US. It is not going to be over that soon. I really don't think so. I think we're going to have to wait till May or even June before people start to go out and feel a little bit safer. Okay, so it's a great time to go within, to be with yourself without distraction. It's an incredible gift. I'm enjoying all the quiet, all the silence, all the slowed downness of it, so pull into yourself. Love your family, love your friends, We can talk on the internet. I was mentioning something about a total shutdown on the internet. There was some rumors about it going down for 3 days, maybe tomorrow. I don't know about that. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, so we're going to start with Aries. Okay, so Aries, you get the card of the Magician here, the number 1. Okay, now you will have to be patient. Hi, I see my cousin Terry there and my friend Pamela. Hi, Barbara. Seeing people I know there. All right, so for Aries, you get the number 1 card here, the Magician. So this is always a new beginning. Okay, the Magician is like the planet Mercury. He is the one who governs our thinking, our consciousness, and as you think, so shall it be. So you could be juggling lots of new ideas here while you're restless and bored, probably, as you usually are, but even more so. But use this time wisely. It's a great time to write your book or write a screenplay or just, think tank. You can still teleconference with people. Business is still going on the internet, and Mercury does rule the internet as well. So, this is a magical time. Again, this is what I was just speaking to. Our consciousness is everything. Even though it's hard and it's difficult and people are dying, people are in great fear, we need to realize that our minds control our thoughts. And so we have to think peaceful, we have to stay balanced, we have to see the gifts in all of this, okay? So really take charge of your mind, realize that you're the magician and you can create whatever reality you want, okay? So Aries, you get the number 1 card here. You are the number 1 sign too, the Magician. Okay, so now Taurus. We are going to go into the time of Taurus soon, of course, as well. So Taurus, okay, so now, all right, this is the number 13 card. Now, this is the card called Death, and people get scared of this, of course, but the number 13 is just the symbol of major rebirth and transformation. Now, we can see that the world is going through a major transformation, big time, and we are all having to do with our fear of death, okay? Now, if you really want to appreciate your life and live your life, you have to be aware of death. You have to live your life as if you're going to die every minute. And that's a warrior's kind of way to live. It's a good day to die, is what warriors used to say. So use this time to greatly transform anything that is not fulfilling your soul's purpose, Taurus. Now, Taurus and Scorpio are opposites as well. So again, you might be looking at where you're out of balance, what you need to let go of to bring new growth. We're moving in the northern hemisphere here just into the beginning of spring. So, we've been through the time of death. You've survived the winter, okay? For all of those who are dying out there, I mean, this is real. Send blessings, send prayers. The power of prayers is really good. Use your throat, Taurus. Sing, chant, bring beauty into the world. That's Taurus's gift. Okay, so again, it's just eliminating what isn't necessary to make way for new growth. Okay, Taurus. All right. So Gemini, so just hang on here. You have to be patient a bit as I go through all the cards. Okay. So Gemini, oh, you get your own card here. Okay, it's always nice. Synchronicity, of course, is always what it's all about. Now, so this is the card that symbolized Gemini, the lovers, the number 6. This is the Thoth Tarot. It is a non-traditional, it's fairly popular, but it's a non-traditional. It's not like the Rider-Waite-Smith deck at all. So Geminis, you get the love here. Now we have to remember also a little bit further on, the north node of the moon is going to move from Cancer into Gemini. So Geminis, maybe this is a time for you to prepare when you're going to be the guiding lights here over the next year and a half, starting in May. So Geminis, the lovers, love yourself. There can be new love coming online maybe for you, or a deep friendship that evolves, or even a sense of who's really important to you. What do I love? What's important? What do I need to protect? All of those things, bringing yourself into balance. Gemini, the lovers is about loving yourself. Okay, loving yourself deeply, sharing the love, talking, tell people you love them. Express it. So it's a very beautiful balance card. The number 6, the lovers, do what you love to do, Geminis. Okay. All right. Cancer. All right. So Cancers, of course, if you're born in late Cancer, you will feel directly those Jupiter-Pluto benefits of the big soul aspect, actually. All right. So Cancer, you get the card of the Tower here, the number 16. Okay. So the Tower. Now, Tower is very literally the energy that happened at 9/11, okay? And Saturn and Pluto were very much triggers astrologically of that, pretty horrible event, of course. Now, Saturn was in Gemini, the sign of the twins, and Pluto was in Sagittarius, the sign of airplanes and foreigners and religion. So that was a pretty obvious one to pick. Now, the Tower is also a wake-up call. So for you Cancers, this is a wake-up call that your old structure, your home, your old way of being, what you've been relying on. A lot of people are out of work. A lot of people are working from home. So it could be just very literally, oh my God, how am I managing everything while I'm at home? For you, you should like it in a way, but it could be like literally rearranging your office, your home, whatever it is you're doing, you have to relegate, disciplines in a different way. So it is a big wake up call, Cancer. Whatever it is that you've been doing that isn't really, again, suiting your higher purpose, your soul's purpose, that's Pluto. This is all giving us time to go within and ask our souls those questions. So what is it I need to change? You might be wanting to make a move, even a big move after this when things clear up a little bit. So yeah, again, get a makeover even if you're at home. I know most women are not dyeing their hair or wearing nail polish or anything like that. That could be a big revelation too. Maybe I don't need all that makeup and stuff to feel okay about myself. You might be worried about scrambling for food. I think food is still available. People are afraid to get out, but you have to be more creative, see new ways of doing things. Okay, so Cancer, you get the Tower. Okay. All right, so Leos. So Leo, okay, what do you get, Leo? Okay, so you get the High Priestess. Now, for Leo, who's usually a fiery, fixed, outgoing, I'm the star of the show kind of energy, who always needs a crowd, this is the High Priestess. She's the most kind of yin, inward card there is. So the number 2, she is the veil between the worlds. So things could be revealed to you in your dreams. She rules the dream world. Right now, pay attention to your dreams. She represents the need to stay in balance, to listen to your intuition, to use this period where you're not out in public, but you can get a lot of work done actually if you go within, if you listen to your muse, to your higher guide, to the women in your life, your mother. I mean, all of these are moon related things. So feel your emotions, go within. This may be a territory that you're not used to. You may feel comfortable in the outer world, but not at all comfortable on the inner. So really, I would use this time to examine what's really going on inside me. What is there that I need to understand and to bring up into the light? Of course, the psychic energy is very much a big resource. So it's a good time for you, Leos, to go in there and to really mine that energy. Okay. You could also be a go-between for other people at this time. So I would use this time to go within and really, really enjoy it, Leo, the High Priestess. Okay. So Virgos. Okay. So Virgo. Okay, you get the Fool here. Okay, so tomorrow or today, if you're in GMT, you get to be the Fool. So the Fool is the most fun card there is, actually. It's 0, hit the 0 button, everything is being reset in a way. It's not a joke, but we could see this as a new beginning, which can be a good thing. So the Fool doesn't worry about outside appearances. It doesn't worry about what other people think. They just do whatever they do. And so in some ways, this is a benefit if you're home. You can do whatever you want to do. It is about living fully in the present, by the way. So Virgos, I know you tend to be worriers about your health and workaholics, and all of that might be very up in the air for you. But being the Fool frees you up. It makes you listen to your inner child. This might be the great time to do some inner child work. You really need to hug your child and play with your child and don't take things so seriously on some level. So the Fool is a sense of freedom, okay? Great freedom. So to liberate yourself, Virgos, okay, can be a whole new sense of where am I going in the world? Where do I want to direct myself? Okay, maybe I've been taking things too seriously all along and I just need to lighten it up. So Virgos, the Fool, okay, just trust. It's a place of trust and innocence. Okay. So Libras. Are there any Libras out there? I can see people's names come up. Okay, so Libra. All right, so let's see what you got. Okay, so Libra, you get the number 3 card here. This is the symbol of the Empress. or the great mother. She's usually shown traditionally as a pregnant woman. She's like Mother Nature. So Libra, this is a time for you to feel that you were already pregnant. You're going to give birth. You have to feed yourself really well. You have to rest. It's all about being one with your new baby. You may not know what it is. You may not know exactly when that's going to be born. So that could take any form, a relationship, a job, a big change, a philosophical change, a spiritual change even. When you're getting that pressure from all those planets, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn will be back in Capricorn too, the South Node as well. So Libra. So it may be that you really need to take care of your mother or even grandmothers, your children, all of that, the people you care about the most, the people you love. And she is also the goddess of creativity. So use your innate creativity, Libras, to, make things with your hands, to dance, to paint, to make poetry, sing, chant, whatever it is you want to do, arrange flowers, take a course online that you want to learn to be more creative about. Nurture yourself, appreciate yourself, embody the goddess within. Okay. So this is Venus, and this is your ruling planet, Libra. So honor yourself with this creative energy. Go within, be nice to your womb. The womb is the source of all creativity in the universe. So Libras, the Empress. Some of you could get pregnant right now too. All right. So Scorpios. Let's see. All right, so Scorpio. All right, so you get the symbol number 8 here, which is the symbol of adjustment or justice. I know this is sometimes number 11. There's an 8-11 thing that happens here. So it's called adjustment in this deck, usually justice. Okay, so Scorpios, you need to stay in balance and don't be so judgmental. And really, because you're such introverts anyway, the world is joining you actually in this introverted position. Maybe it makes you realize how actually so isolated you can be at times. So Libra is the sign of creativity. You could use this time again to write some dark novel or some sexy novel that you've always wanted, or to carry on another relationship or make a new relationship. This is Libra energy. This is the sign of relationships. It could be that you're working on 2 things at once. You could also be a go-between, a mediator, an ambassador. This is Libra. Remember, justice, karmic justice, okay? Scorpio is the sign associated with death. So Scorpios, I think this is really bringing you deeper in touch with your fascination with death and rebirth and letting go and transformation. And you could be a good counselor right now for other people. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are feeling suicidal. Maybe you need to step up as a counselor. A lot of people are volunteering to help other people. So do some good with your innate strength, your power in the world, and help others. Okay, so Scorpio, you get number 8, justice. Okay. So Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, your ruling planet Jupiter is meeting Pluto. So this is actually very good for all you Sagittariuses. Okay, so you get the number 11 here. So again, that was 8, this is 11. This deck, you can see it's Leo. Okay, so Sagittarius, Leo, they're both fire signs. They naturally trine each other. So for Sagittarius, this is about getting clear about what your Holy Grail is. It is about mastering your animal instincts. You are Sagittarius are your animal instincts. You are part human and part horse, of course. So don't let that horse run away down that old town road and take you for a big ride. Although you may be really restless and you want to be galloping off, for adventure. But use this time to really get in touch with your heart. This card is Leo. It is connected to the heart, to the people you love, to really give love, to be very supportive, to be strong, to be upbeat, to be optimistic, to make people laugh, to help people know that there is a higher purpose to this, that Sagittarius, you're the teachers. Keep your energy up. Stay strong, stay powerful, stay in your heart. Have courage. I'm playing a courage chakra balancing in the background here. So stay strong, stay powerful, put your passion, Leo, passion, drive, desire, willpower into the projects you want to complete. This is a great time for you to do that, Sagittarius. So the number 11. It's also called lust, if you can see that in this deck, lust. So it can be very passionate new affairs coming into your life. Again, not close up unless you're with that person already and quarantining with them, but there can be again, new lust for life coming into you as well. Okay, Sagittarius. All right, so Capricorns. Now, of course, you are the ones getting all the energy attracting all the energy, and this Jupiter-Pluto thing, it hasn't happened. The Jupiter-Pluto thing in Capricorn hasn't happened in 271 years, okay? All right. Now, Jupiter and Pluto get together once every 13 years. They were last together in Sagittarius. Okay, so Capricorn, you get your own card too. So the synchronicity, Gemini's got their own card. Capricorns are getting the card that symbolizes them too. So this is, Capricorn is called the devil. Now, interestingly enough, I was just saying this, that a pandemic has the word pan in it, and Pan is the ancient pagan god, which is the devil, which is Capricorn, okay, the green man to pagans. The god is his lover. So pandemic, he's a horny god. That's what the devil is all about. That's why the Christian church made him into the devil here. So Capricorns, very creative time for you. Really use this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction to the max. So I would really be visualizing and putting out there what mountain you want to get to the top of right now. Again, as Saturn moves back into Capricorn that in July, that may be the time when this is realized. So, but put out that energy now. And also, the devil is fear. Okay, now the Jungian psychologist Carl Jung said that there are only two emotions, love and fear. And the devil represents fear and separation. You need to stay in a place of love. Okay, Capricorns tend to be a little bit cold. Maybe the fear of death will actually help you to live more and to live more fully and be more present. So be careful how you use your power, okay? Pluto in Capricorn is taking down the old corporate structures. Anything that's not serving a higher purpose is going to be plowed under. Pluto is the planet of recycling, okay? So you need to see, are the old ways of doing business working anymore? Obviously, things are totally changing. Now, there was also a dark side to all of this. I'm not going to go into that right now, but just be aware of that as well. And stay out of the fear. Again, fear is the great mind killer, okay? Don't be afraid. Be strong. You have confidence in yourself. You know that we're all going to get out of this, okay? So Capricorns, be the captains. Be the leaders. Help other people. Okay, watch for your knees at this point, any bones or skeletal problems. Also Capricorn, because Jupiter will exacerbate that. Also liver problems, okay? Anybody who's drinking a lot of alcohol, Jupiter conjunct Pluto can also mean liver problems and alcohol problems too, okay? So Capricorn, you get that devil. Okay, so Aquarius. Okay, you have to laugh the devil in its face, actually. Okay, so Aquarius, you get the number 9, which is the symbol of the hermit. Okay, so the number 9. So Aquarius, now of course we know that Mars and Saturn are at the very beginning of Aquarius today, actually March 31st. And of course this is time for you to really sit within. The hermit is like the sign of Virgo, so it's about going within. The hermit represents your own inner light, your own inner guidance, taking time to write. It would be good to write longhand actually, because that balances the brain to think about what new inventions, ideas, or radical new beginnings you're going to create and physically manifest. This is Virgo. It is earth energy. Okay. It's also about ecology. I mean, Earth Day is going to come up soon. What can I do to help the earth or to live my life cleaner? Or do I have to watch my diet? Because all of this is very relevant. Maybe it's about spring cleaning in the Northern Hemisphere. It's good to do a spring cleanse right now, detox. It's also good to examine your thoughts and your belief systems right now. This is Virgo, okay? So the hermit, enjoying this time alone, Aquarius. Now, you can do this. You are naturally detached, but, you need to connect with everybody. So just balance out, I'm on the internet 24/7 almost, to the need to really listen. What is my body telling me? I can't be just in my head. I need to listen to my body, and your gut wisdom is very strong. Now, this can also indicate you're having problems with your digestion, so really watch what you eat very carefully. It is serious right now. You could be feeling very down as well. You may reach out to someone who can help you to talk. Don't be silent, okay? So Aquarius, you get the sign of the hermit. The hermit is the wise one, okay? All right. So now Pisces. Okay, so we're at the last sign already. Okay, so Pisces. What's Pisces got going on here? Okay. All right. So Pisces, you get the card number 7, which is the symbol of the chariot here. Okay. So the number 7 always has to do with the 7, what they call classical planets, the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, which the days of the week are named after. So, the whole astronomy, astrology thing is totally embedded into everything we do. And it also has to do with the 7 colors of the rainbow, 7 musical notes, 7 chakras. So it has to do with timing of cycles. So Pisces, this is like the sign of Cancer, by the way. So it is a water element, very familiar to you. It is about home. Pisces is the 12th sign, and usually the one who's most comfortable with being kind of literally in the closet or locked down. So for you, this is a chance for you to get in the driver's seat. And because you're so sensitive and so psychic and so empathic, you're probably feeling everybody's fear, pain, everything that's going on in the world. So you need to contain it. So the symbol of the chariot is very literal. You need to literally, Pisces, you're good at imagining things. Put on that gold suit, that gold armor. Gold is the great energizer, protector energy. Imagine that you're wearing a gold suit of armor studded with, I think it's sapphires on here or diamonds, and visualize this Merkaba. That's really what it is, a protection, a chariot, that's your vehicle. Your emotions are your vehicle of the soul. Protect yourself. And the wheel at the center of the chariot is the wheel of time, or karma, dharma. So you have to feel that you're containing that in your lap. You're not getting spun around like you're probably feeling with all the energy going on in the world. So sit tight, get centered, know that there's a time to go out and a time to go in. Okay. If you're feeling very emotional, very volatile, just remember to breathe. Okay. All right. So Pisces, use this time again to stay very centered, listening to your higher self. Your higher self will come in very strongly to guide you right now. I find that this quieting time is really good for people that are empathic and psychic. All right. Okay. So thank you so much, Cosmic Intelligence Agency followers, all my friends and people who've come on here. I can see some of you saying hi. Also, I want to mention to watch Maurice Fernandez, my friend, wonderful astrologer Maurice Fernandez is going to do a live broadcast about Jupiter and Pluto, and you can check that out on the Cosmic Intelligence Agency page. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at taratarot.com. I have a special on readings, and there's some other things coming up that I'm going to be doing more on. So I want to send you many blessings. Be well, be healthy. We are moving into a new age. Just stay strong. Okay, until next time, have a great April. Thank you.